Now that you're over 50, how many times have you thought, I'm too old to do that? I'd never be able to do that. Maybe it's going back to school, starting a passion project you've been wanting to do, improving your health, or even just standing up for yourself after years of people pleasing. That little voice in your head tells you it's too late. But what if I told you that voice is wrong? In this video, I'm going to tell you something so simple about your mind, a shift that you can make. But not only am I going to tell you, I'm going to show you a 1-minute tool that I have used to reinvent myself after being fired from my job, after divorce. And every time I show it to someone, they're blown away at how powerful this little 1-minute tool is. This 1-minute exercise will show you how much control you really do have to change anything in your life. Before showing you that technique, I want to talk about 3 common mistakes that I see us making besides saying that we're too old to start something new or to change. And the first one is we think we're greedy or needy to want something to be different. Maybe you say, well, other people are worse off than me, so that would be really greedy for me to want to have more money or a better job or a nicer car or whatever your dream is in your life. I had a client who is a grandmother, and she loved being with her grandkids. She wanted to be the grandma that she had when she was growing up, but she felt guilty, she told me many times, for spending all this time with her grandkids because she knew other women didn't have the same luxury. So that made her feel guilty, and she felt greedy for taking all this time. And that took away a lot of the joy that she felt spending with her grandkids because she was worried about being perceived as being too needy or too greedy or just too much to other people. The second mistake that I see many of us make is that we think something needs to be wrong in order for us to want something different. For instance, maybe everything is okay with your relationship with your spouse or partner or a friend or a parent, but maybe you feel like you want it to be deeper. Nothing has to be wrong here for you to want a deeper relationship with that person. But that's a mistake that I see many people make, is they don't go after that change because they feel like something needs to be wrong in order for them to want it to be different or better. And the third mistake that I see many people make is that they say, I'll believe it when I see it. Have you ever felt that? Like, when it happens, then I'll believe it. When I get that new job, when I get that new car, when I get that better house, when I go on that vacation, then I'll believe it. But this keeps us stuck because that's not the way the universe works. We have to believe it first before we'll see it. And that's the tool that I'm going to show you, is how powerful your mind is and how you can shift that to start believing it first, because until you believe it, you won't see it. A couple of things about your subconscious mind that you need to know before we do this is that our minds are like a memory bank. It's where everything is stored, all the experiences that we've had, everything that we've been told in our lives. Everything. We're like a computer that is constantly being programmed. And this programming, whether it was from when we were a child or us telling ourselves things over and over and over again in today's environment as an adult, as a midlife woman, these things that we tell ourselves or were told when we were younger become the programming. And 95% of our life is run by this program. So there's only 5%. Right now, you're using your conscious mind to listen to me, to watch me, but 95% of what you do every single day comes from the subconscious and is just an automatic program. Think of us like a plane that's running on autopilot. They put in the ultimate destination, and then the plane just runs on autopilot to get to that destination. And that's what's happening in our lives, is that the destination that we're going to get to is whatever the program is that is installed in us. And again, that is everything that we were taught and experienced as kids became the program. And then we continue to reprogram and rewire today by repeating things to ourselves. This is how habits get formed. This is where our emotions come from. All of that is stored in the subconscious mind. How many times do you get in your car and think, okay, get in the car, close the door, put on my seatbelt, start the car, right? We don't think that because it's automated. It's all automated. Our life is automated. So if you want something different in your life, you have to change the program. And that's what I'm going to show you in this 1-minute tool, is how powerful your subconscious mind is and what you can do by visualizing something different in your life. Before I show you this tool, I quickly want to say that many people use this type of tool to better their lives. Most of us know that Michael Phelps, the gold medalist swimmer, is the person who has won the most gold medals of any Olympian ever. And besides practicing, he attributes that to using a tool like I'm going to teach you. He visualized every race. He visualized every stroke, and he visualized things that could go wrong in a race, like his goggles filling up with water, and how he would get out of it and still win the race. And that actually happened to him, and he still won the gold in that race. So I'm going to show you this 1-minute tool, and it's going to blow your mind. I do it every time, and even though I know what's going to happen, it still blows my mind. So I want you to do it with me. Don't listen to me and then do it after, because it takes away a little bit of the impact if you know what you're looking for. So if you're driving, maybe pull over or stop this and do it when you can be in a place where you can actually do it, because we're physically going to be moving our body a bit, just a little bit. You can be seated while you're doing it or standing. It doesn't matter. It's a very subtle body movement, so it's not exercise by any stretch of the imagination. So what I want you to do, again, try to do it along with me, is put your arms out in front of you or to your side. It doesn't really matter. I want you to twist your body one direction or the other. Just pick one side and twist as far as you feel like you can go. And then put your eyes on a spot on the wall and just notate that spot in your mind. Okay, so go ahead and twist around as far as you can go. As far as you can go. Get the spot and come back to the center. And now you can put your hands down, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to, without moving, just visualize yourself doing that. But visualize, pretend like you are an owl and have the head and neck of an owl that can twist almost the whole way around. So go ahead and close your eyes and visualize yourself just twisting around as far as you can, just like an owl. Maybe you even go all the way around. Okay, and open your eyes. Now I want you to do the exact same thing. Put your arms back up how you had them before and twist as far as you can go and see how far you go. Oh my gosh. So much farther, right? Again, I do this every time. I know what's going to happen, and it blows me away how much I take away the limitations as soon as I just visualize myself for 30 seconds going farther than I thought was possible, or going farther than I did the first time. Again, I've done it so many times that you would think I could fool myself, but I can't. So it's good to practice this. Keep this in your mind. Remember that you are the only one that is limiting yourself. Your age doesn't limit you. Other people don't limit you. Thinking that you're greedy or needy, or that you're selfish for wanting things better or deeper, or that you want more in your life, that is what is keeping you from getting everything that you want in your life. So you can use this tool to build more confidence, to get rid of that inner mean girl, or to quiet her down when she starts speaking up, to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. If you can't do that, please use this tool to start talking better to yourself. You can use this tool to lose weight, to visualize yourself healthier. You can use it to get your dream job, to make more money, to deepen any relationship you have in your life. A quick story about Jim Carrey. Before he was a paid actor, he wrote himself a $10 million check. He was an unknown. He wrote that check for $10 million. He stuck it in his pocket. He carried it with him everywhere. And every day he drove to Mulholland Drive and pictured himself being sought after by famous directors and producers. And he did this every day. He drove there visualizing himself getting this role that would give him $10 million. He got a contract for a movie for $10 million, the highest paid actor at that time. He used this to create what he wanted in his life. Even though he didn't have it at the moment, he believed it, he saw it in his reality until it became his reality. So I'm curious, I would love to know in the comments, how much further did you go? Did it surprise you how much further you could turn? Because we think that we've gone as far as we could go the first time, right? And then we visualize it. We visualized it for no more than 30 seconds. And the second time you go so much further. So I'd love to know in the comments, what happened? What was your experience with that? And the key to this, the key to creating what you want in your life, changing what you want in your life, is not just to visualize. That will get you a long way, and doing it every day, visualizing what you want, maybe creating a vision board of what you want and looking at that vision board every day. But the key to this, just like Jim Carrey, he wrote the check, but then he drove to Mulholland Drive every day and visualized himself starring in the movie. He didn't know the movie, obviously, but every day for 5 years, he took action on making that happen. He studied scripts. He did things that created that reality for him. So what action can you start taking besides the visualizing to move you closer to your reality? Again, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear how this impacted you. I would love to hear just your experience with it. And if you're not subscribed, I would also love you to subscribe. If this video meant something to you, if it impacted you in any way, I would love for you to subscribe, like, and again, comment. It helps me reach more people. Thanks for watching.